All right. Tip of the spear, we back. Excuse me, I'm having a little breakfast real quick. We're gonna make this real quick. Um, see my baby's cup. We're gonna make this real quick. Like I said, pardon me. We're exposing frauds this morning. I just had to walk the dog and make sure she was straight. She's pregnant and about to have her baby, so I gotta make sure that she's comfortable and all of that good stuff, right? So, tip of the spear, welcome back to the greatest show on earth. Fraud number one. Wayne Miller and Sam E. Benningfield. Okay, so these papers are uploaded already. So you guys can look at the document yourself. I'll quickly point out the fraud, okay? Because I'm a lawyer, not an attorney, okay? An attorney, never trust them. There are some good attorneys out there, okay? That's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about the difference between a lawyer and an attorney, okay? An attorney has taken the bar exam. That means he's in cahoots with the whole system, which is great, okay? That's great. I'm not an attorney. I would never take that bar exam. That's not for us. Cool. So now how this went, right? Where is the envelope at? Oh, it's in the... Okay, so easy to see, gang. So now my father-in-law, Wayne Miller, okay? He knows the difference between 189 Miller Court and 217 Miller Court. 217 Miller Court is Wayne Miller Trucking. I've never lived at Wayne Miller Trucking. My wife never lived at Wayne Miller Trucking, okay? Neither has Wayne, neither has Jennifer. That is a place of business. Everybody knows the difference between 189 Miller Court and 217 Miller Court, okay? So now that's clear. So now here we have a certified mail letter in my proper name, Zaid Miller Bay, okay? That's proper. Okay, so now herein lies the problem. My father-in-law and his attorney were smart enough, okay, to misrepresent the address. Not only did they misrepresent the address, but they sent it all the way to the post office via certified mail to get the post office to assist them in their fraud. This is why I said that you wasted your money on this attorney, because you have a son-in-law who's a lawyer, okay? I could have done the job for you for free, but you could have walked right next door. Sally, son, I want you out. It was that simple. But because I'm not going to disrespect you, okay? Because regardless of me not calling you father no more, you're still my brother. I'm a Moorish Master Mason. Okay, so I'm not gonna play the games that y'all play. I'm not gonna stoop to a disrespectful level. We're gonna keep it square business. Okay, we're gonna keep this square business. Okay, I don't disrespect nobody. I don't do none of that. So now the fraud, back to the fraud. Okay, so instead of just walking next door and putting his letter in the mailbox or knocking on the door, no attorney, man to man, and just said, hey, I would rather you, for whatever reason, no problem. But he had to hire an attorney to speak on his behalf, okay? The attorney, I'm going to say he was innocent, let's just say. You know better. I'm going to just say, right, because that's the type of guy I am. We'll say he didn't know any better because he don't live on Miller Court. Okay? So the fraud is that the intent to sell letter, intent to sell, was fraudulently sent through the United States Postal Service via certified mail via Wayne Miller and Sam E. Benningfield, attorney at law. Woo! Big deal, huh? So y'all went through all of that to commit a fraud instead of just communicating with me like an adult. Now, do you see the position that you put yourself in? And when I tried to help you, okay? When I tried to help you, the first thing you said to me was, knock it off. My phone's about to die. I'm about to call the sheriff's department. Okay. Am I supposed to be scared that you calling the sheriffs? For what? Why am I scared? So there's the fraud, okay? I don't live at 217 Miller Court. So now they wanted me out of the house. It says, therefore, hold on. It says, Dear Mr. Miller Bay. Okay. It's titled properly, May 6, 2026. Mr. Zaid Miller Bay, 217 Miller Court. Can't make this up. It's not my address. R.E. The House at 217 Miller Court, Crossville, Tennessee, 38571. There's no house there. There's a place of business. There's no house at 217 Miller Court. So twice, 3 times. So on the letter, certified mail, fraud. On the header, fraud. And then fraud again. 3 times, okay? So now this is federal because this is the United States Postal Service. Okay, so now, dear Mr. Miller Bay, thank you for the respect, at least getting my name right. Thank you. I am writing you on behalf of my client, Mr. Wayne Miller, concerning the above referenced real property at, again, 4 times, 217 Miller Court, of which Mr. Miller is the sole legal owner. This letter is to give you notice that he intends to sell said real property. Therefore, this is your notice to vacate the property no later than June 8th, 2026. So this letter is dated May 6th. So May 6th, they want me to vacate the property no later than June 8th. So May, June, so that's 30 days? Okay. Failure to do so will force Mr. Miller to resort to legal action. Okay. Thank you in advance for your prompt attention to this matter. Sincerely yours. I don't know you, my guy. Sam E. Benningfield, attorney for Mr. Wayne Miller. So now this sounds and looks professional. Straight fraud. Okay. So now if y'all not lawyers, you wouldn't be able to spot the fraud. But since I'm a lawyer, right, and I'm qualified, okay, and the government pays me to spot frauds, okay? So I get a letter or a little notification from the post office saying that I need to come and pick up some certified mail. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing a whole bunch of business. So I'm thinking it's something from one of our companies. No problem. But it wasn't no big deal because the only thing that I ordered At that time, hold on. Hold on. The only thing that I had ordered at that time. Why is this blank? That's fine. That's fine. Was our business checks, okay? So I was waiting on my checks to come, okay? So that's what I thought it was. So I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't in a rush to go get it. So when I finally went into town to go get it, it was because I had to go to Roane State Community College because I had got accepted there. That's a whole nother fraud, whole nother situation. We're not going to talk about that right now. Okay, let's stick to this fraud. All right. So I go to the post office to get the certified mail, and I get there and I go to sign for it, and as soon as I look at the letter and I see it's from Sparta, I'm like, but I see my proper name on it and the wrong address. And I'm like, huh? Who sent this? I don't live at 217 Miller Court. No problem. So once I get home, surprise! It's a fraud. 4 times. And they want me out in less than 30 days. I wonder why. And I also wonder why you couldn't just talk to me like a man and say, because you do own this house. Yes, you do. But my wife wasn't planning on going nowhere, and neither was I. But it's an easy fix. And this is what I mean by this entire time I've been sitting here, my in-laws have been deceiving me. Okay? They've been deceiving me, pretending as if one don't know what's going on with the other. Nobody knows what's going on. So I'm the dumb one. I'm sitting here waiting, thinking that, my parents are grieving and, we'll talk and da-da-da-da. So, oh no, surprise. They were trying to commit a fraud. And I figured it out once I got this letter in the mail. Prior to getting this letter, I was sitting here waiting patiently, like, I wonder when we're going to talk and have a family conversation. But at the end of the day, they don't respect me as a family member. They don't respect me as a human being, let alone a man. Okay? Let alone. Let's just keep it to they don't respect me as a human being, and it's okay. Do I look upset? I'm not upset. I'm not mad at anybody. I've said this over and over and over and over. Okay. I've also stated over and over and over and over that I'm on my way to school. So this is how I know that these same people then went behind my back and tried to sabotage me going to school. See? It's easy to see, but we'll get into that on another one, okay? But that is what, see, once again, fraud, federal fraud via mail, okay? So this is what the mailman was doing, okay? The mailman was committing a fraud, okay? It's not his fault. But why are you on my Facebook stalking me after I told you that this is not my name? And you was looking weird. And I'm like, what is this dude's problem? But this guy, the mailman, was stalking my Facebook page for what? Like, what are you stalking my page for, bro? You don't know me. I don't know you. But I did tell you when you and your buddies was in on my property to get the fuck off my property, right? Because y'all was over there hanging out in the parking lot over there at the shop. And this ain't no hangout, bruh. Y'all can't come over here and hang out. You don't have no permission to come on Miller Court and hang out. You do your mail, you get the fuck on. And you don't have no business snooping on my Facebook page. So, Mr. Mailman, me and you, we got a problem. Okay? I'm just letting you know because you then got yourself into a federal fraud. Okay, so now Lincoln Memorial University has already sent me, okay, letters from the mail, certified mail, email. Bro, they didn't sent me the same letter. The same letter. I don't have to open it up. I know what it says. They done sent the same fraudulent letter about 10 different times. Reason being, okay, is that somebody is calling Lincoln Memorial University and telling a whole bunch of lies that now Lincoln Memorial University then got themselves caught up in fraud. Federal. Okay, so now, as you can see, right? As you can see, okay? I just left from up there, right? So now, I just left from up there, okay? I just left from there. New student registration. English pre-law. That's not my major. Okay, that's another fraud. But that was my mistake. Okay? I reached out to the doctor of admissions and I spoke to her and I let her know that I was switching my major to another major. So they were supposed to fix it way before I got there for student orientation. So now, here's the other fraud, okay? Look. There was no orientation. There was no orientation. The orientation is BS. They want you to come up there and sign your financial aid papers and your what do you call it? Your master promissory note. Okay, because the minute you sign that master promissory note, they got you locked in. You locked in. Okay, so that was the student orientation, was to get my money. Okay, and my name is not Naeem Jackson, but we're not even gonna wait. So anytime that I tell somebody that this is not my name, it doesn't matter if it says it on paper. My name has never been Naeem Jackson in 49 years. This is a fraud that was committed by a nurse at my hospital when I was born. Okay, because she just couldn't stand the fact that I wasn't no slave baby. So she had to smack the slave name on there, right? And this is a fraud that's been going on for 49 years, okay? So anybody who calls me, first of all, Naeem, I know it's a fraud. Anybody who calls me Naeem Jackson, that ain't my name. That ain't never been my name. Anybody who knows me will tell you that. But that's neither here nor there. We'll address that at another time, right? Right. So let's keep it on fraud number 1. Later, we'll get into this fraud. We're not going to do that right now because they just made a simple mistake based on fraud number 1 and fraud number 2 calling up there, okay? And it's a couple more people that was doing it too. We'll get into that later, all right? But they've called Lincoln Memorial University so many times that they've sent me 10 copies of the same letter. So now I'm glad that you did this, Mel Buddy. I'm glad that you was on my page, okay? Helping a major university commit a fraud. And helping fraud number 1, fraud number 2, fraud number 3, fraud number 4, fraud number 5, helping all of these people out conspire against me because everybody's so afraid of me going to school. So it's all good. I'm not upset. It's a simple mistake. But the problem is that there's a thing called due process that you can't get around it. You can't get around it. So basically, off of hearsay, okay, off of civilians calling up there and saying, I don't know what they were saying. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But I know exactly who's doing it because look, when me and Lincoln Memorial talk, look, okay, I signed that master promissory note. That's all it was about. That's all I had to go up there for is sign the papers and then wait for my financial aid stuff to kick in, which didn't kick in yet. Hold on, what's today? The 12th. It's going to either kick in tomorrow or the 16th. I got the papers. We'll get into that later. So, fraud. It's a whole lot of fraud going on. Guess who's not a fraud? Me. And the reason why everybody has to commit frauds is because I'm not a fraud. That's why I work for the United States government. If I was a fraud, I couldn't work for the United States government. Okay? If I was a fraud, I couldn't be a constitutional law enforcement officer. I'm not a police officer. If I was such a fraud, why would I stop it? So anytime somebody defames my character, okay? Anytime somebody slanders my name, okay? And then once you print something, it's called libel, okay? So now you can say certain things about people. But once you print it, okay, and you put it out there without going through the proper channels, which is called due process. So before a university can make a decision on anything, because the decision is already made, okay? So now, because 25 people have called up there 25 times and said whatever they said. I don't know what they said. Like, I don't care. Don't bother me none at all. It's cool. But whatever's being said that's not true, they up to something. So slander, defamation of character, libel, and violation of due process, amongst other things. Like, so this is not minor. These are not minor infractions. We're talking federal violations. Okay? So y'all can act like, you can act like you don't know what's going on. You don't know who's doing what. You can pretend. But what y'all tend to forget is that, when you're dealing with the federal government and you're dealing with institutions, there's certain rules that have to be followed. And when you don't follow them, it's okay. It's fine by me. I just collect payouts. That's why I'm a lawyer. Because people have lied and lied and lied and lied and lied and lied and lied. All my life, 49 years, lies. Not from me, from everybody else that's trying to paint the picture like I'm some type of criminal. Which I am not. I've never been a criminal. I've never committed a single crime in my life. That is a fact. So y'all might wanna check the right stats and don't listen to no lies that somebody's gonna feed y'all and tell y'all. I'm gonna repeat it. I ain't never committed a crime in my life, ever. I'm not no criminal. Okay? You can bet your life on it that I've never committed a crime in my life. You can bet your life on it. See what I'm saying? And I don't tell lies. I've never sold a drug in my life. Anybody who knows me will tell you that. Reason being, I hate drugs. The reason why I hate drugs is because both of my parents used drugs and sold drugs. Okay? This is why me and my parents don't get along. Me and my parents are nothing alike. Okay? Because I don't use drugs. I don't sell drugs. I'm not into that. Okay? That's something that I do not do. I hate drugs. Obviously. So, again, whoever you people is getting y'all's information from, they are misleading you about me. For sure, for sure. And you can bet your life on it. So much so that you're about to find out. I'm sure you already found out. I'm sure you have. Because y'all got a lot of money and a lot of power, right? And y'all's I'm not gonna put your business out there. You're I can tell you I'm a Morris Master Mason all day. I can't tell you nobody else's position. I can't tell you nobody else's order. I can't tell you nobody else's right that I don't have the authority to tell you. I can tell you my brother, who is Prince Hall, who's Scottish Rite, who's York Rite. I can say that. I can't tell you his identity because that's not my place to do that. But I can speak for myself. And anything that's done against me, I can speak on it. So, I know y'all got ties and but whoever's feeding y'all this information, y'all might want to get y'all money back. Okay? Because any background check I take, clear Clear. Anytime I'm falsely accused of a crime, all I got to do is walk into the courtroom and speak. And usually the judge be like, oh, I have the district attorney talk to you at the end of the session. Just be patient for me, okay? Yep. And they make me wait until everybody else is out the courtroom. And then here comes the district attorney. Mr. Miller, can we? What's up, man? Can you just pay the court fees? Why I gotta pay court fees for something that I was falsely accused of? But I'll do that as a courtesy. Yeah, I'll do that. I will pay the $50 court fees because it's gonna cost you, not you personally, but it's gonna cost the state XYZ amount of money. So it's no problem for me to pay $50 when I'm gonna get XYZ back. Cool. I'm not in this for money. I'm not a materialistic person. I don't work for money. That's not me. So anybody who knows me, right, will tell you, him? He ain't, No, he ain't, that's not him. Sal? That's not him. But they will tell you, I always show up for you. I'll always be there. You know what I'm saying? Once everybody's gone, I'm still there. Before everybody gets there, I'm there. Who can you rely on? Me. Who's always going to tell you the truth? Me. Who's never going to steal? Me. Who's trustworthy? Me. Who can run the whole operation and send everybody else home? Me. So, and we're going to end this. We ain't going to drag this out. I run 7 businesses from 189 Miller Court. I don't even have to leave. I'm not going to say my house because it don't belong to me. I don't have to leave my wife's house. And this is my wife's house, even though she doesn't own it. You might as well say she owns it. She's lived in this house her whole life and wasn't planning on going nowhere until the Lord decided, come on, babe, it's your time. We were planning on buying Lois Miller's property, okay? We were planning on buying the shop. We were planning on buying Sherry and Jimmy's whatever amount of acreage over there. Jennifer Miller told me they wanted $100,000 for it. I told her I'll take it, okay? And Jennifer Miller knew all of this because she was the one that told me, make sure you have your ducks in a row when you talk to Wayne. And I'm thinking to myself, my ducks is always in a row. When I talk to anybody, what the fuck is so different now? Like, and much as I respect Wayne, like I said, what y'all don't understand is that there's not too many people on this planet that can rival my resume. I promise. Get the nigga Elon Musk, right? He's a trillionaire. Get his resume and put it next to mine. I will put your life on it. I'll put your life on it. That Elon Musk resume is not fucking with mine. Don't matter if he's a trillionaire or not. I would be a trillionaire too. But won't nobody give me the opportunity to power up because there is traps set. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not no kid. I look young when I shave, don't I? I could jump back to looking like I'm 12, 13 years old, just like that. See? But because I be undercover, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I make myself look like a bum. just to deceive people into believing my bullshit. But if anybody, first of all, I make my own opportunities because I found out at an early age that they got traps set for our people because they thought I was too young and too smart at 18, 19 years old when I'm going to a business bank to open a business checking account and they like, you? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, we need some more paperwork. This ain't enough. That is the game, ladies and gentlemen, is that it's never enough for our people. It's never enough. You can have all your ducks in a row. It's never enough. They want you out. They want you off the property. They don't want to do no business with you. And like I said, let's take the malice out of everything, okay? Let's not say it's hatred, racism, and discrimination. Let's not say that. Let's take the malice out. Let's say tradition. Tradition. So the tradition around here is we're not letting no secret Muslim come in here and take over. No, we're not doing it. Well, all I asked for was the opportunity to buy. So basically, y'all telling me my money ain't no good. Cool. So when I said to y'all, I want out, I will get out. I can't go anywhere with Jennifer having our money tied up. But Jennifer's saying, oh, there's no money in there. There's no estate. There's no nothing. There's no. You're talking to a business lawyer. And if you look at the paperwork, you can already see that me and my wife started our own estate 6 years ago. You didn't know that. But you steadily yelling at me, evil, wicked, and nasty, telling me there's no estate, there is no estate, there is no estate. And then you trying to talk over me, and I'm trying to communicate properly with you, and then you so nasty, wicked, and evil that you're gonna tell me you're not gonna talk over me. Who the fuck are you? I never tried to talk. I don't talk over people. I don't need to talk over people. You need to talk over people. I don't need to talk over people because I'm not disrespectful. I'm a very proper, excuse me. Let me stop chewing. Let me stop eating and talking. That's not proper. I'm not the type of person who has to put someone down in order to pick myself up. I've never been that type of guy, ever. I'm the type of person, I use my strength to uplift people. That's why my arms look like this. Because I pick people up. Usually they be 300 pounds or better. Not 700 pounds. So the member of the family that's delusional, that's telling people, oh, I wanted her to be a trio, my wife, my cousin, that's 700 pounds. Listen. I will set my limit at around 350 pounds. I'll set my limit right there because anything over that is unhealthy. I love big, beautiful women. My grandmother was a big, beautiful woman. Both of them. Matter of fact, all three of them. Mama was a big, beautiful woman too. In her older age, she slimmed down a whole lot. In her 90s. But I seen pictures of Mama when she was younger, and she was a big, beautiful woman. Gorgeous. Mama was gorgeous. All the women in the Miller family are gorgeous. Because my mama and my papa are beautiful and they loved each other. They was the only people that they had been with, to my knowledge. Okay? Mama ain't been with no other man in her life other than Norman Miller. Okay? All of their children, even if they act ugly, are beautiful, gorgeous. Y'all just need to purify your hearts and make your heart as beautiful as y'all are on the outside. That's all. And again, I'm not mad at y'all. I love y'all. Y'all don't love me. It's okay. It ain't too many people that love me in this world. But the ones that do love me, I know it. And I've been knew that y'all didn't love me, that y'all didn't respect me. I've been new. I just play along. I still love y'all. This ain't no act. I don't want nothing from y'all. I don't want this house. Don't want the car. Don't want no money. I'm self-made man. Self-made. The difference between me and everybody else is that everybody else gets a fair opportunity, not me. I give myself the fair opportunities. And this is why I cut the checks. Okay? This is why I'm the boss man. Because I get to decide how much I pay people. Okay? So when I tell somebody, I give you $125K for this, $125K for that, and I give you another $250K to put into your business so you can have a good start. I pay people what they're worth. And you know what they do? They can't accept it. Because no white man, no white woman, and it's no such thing, but has ever offered them an opportunity like I do. So people be thinking it's cap. Oh, it's cap? It's cap? Call my bluff then. Call my bluff. See? So nobody believes anything that I say. They'll believe a metheny, they'll believe a crackhead, they'll believe as long as they're white, it's cool. But when you look like me, I can't be nothing but a burger guy. If I flip burgers, it's safe. Because y'all know, okay, well, he makes $13 an hour, so we want to keep him there. But the minute that I'm making what I paid myself, $250 a day, don't do it. Oh, okay. I'm not on there. I'm sorry. $250 a day to $1,000 a day, that's too dangerous for discriminatory people that feel uncomfortable with our people being able to be free and thrive and da-da-da-da. Like, it's so clear. It's so clear. All you got to do is pay attention to what's going on in the world today and pay attention to what's been going on in the world. So I'm not upset about it. I just don't understand where all this is coming from. I know where it's coming from. I know everybody that's involved with it. So, just don't lie when it's time to tell the truth. That's all. And like I said, I gave everybody the opportunity to come over here like an adult, sit down, and purify your heart. Get it out. Like, all you got to do is say, I don't like you because of this. Or I don't like you because of that. Okay, that's cool. Get it out. Get it out. But that's not the intent. The intent is to defame my character and assassinate my character. Not only that, if y'all could kill me like whatever young man that y'all done killed already, y'all would have done it. I'm not saying that y'all done killed already. Y'all ain't that's not what I'm talking about. In the world that's going on right now, all these young men that's coming up missing, and all of this and all of that. Everything done in the dark comes to the light. So whatever you do that you think is hidden, it's going to come to the light. All the people involved, I'm sweating. I turned the air conditioner off because it's not the weather. It's cool outside. So it is what it is. I love y'all. And I'm on my way to school, like I said. Okay, I'm on my way I'm scheduled to be on campus. The 13th, between the 13th and the 17th, I am scheduled to be on campus. I'm not going to tell y'all where on campus because y'all done already showed me the lengths that y'all are willing to go to sabotage me. So I know better. Look. When I say to y'all, see, y'all don't pay attention. When I say I got accepted into 25 major universities overnight, I chose where I wanted to go. I chose that. And the only reason I chose Lincoln Memorial is because my wife's name is Penny. So, of course, y'all would want to stop me from going there, right? Right. Because I'm trying to honor not only my wife, but honor President Lincoln for what he did for our people. Of course, y'all don't want that, right? So y'all would rather try to disgrace me, trying to honor my wife and honor a president. Okay, of course y'all would. So again, I am scheduled on campus at an undisclosed location because I'm not going to tell y'all where I'm going. It could still be Lincoln Memorial University. You don't know. Y'all trying to sabotage Lincoln Memorial University for me. But they just made a little slight error by listening to someone else. I still can absolutely go to Lincoln Memorial University, but I won't. I'm going to take their money and they're going to pay for where I'm going to go elsewhere. Up the road, down the road, that way, this way. You'll never know. You'll never know. But thank you. I appreciate y'all. because that's a pretty penny. Pretty penny. That's a pretty penny they're going to have to pay out. So keep it up. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all just making me richer and richer and richer and richer. Already rich. I've been rich all my life. Even when I was homeless as a child, I was rich. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. I'm wealthy too, but I've always been rich. My family's always been rich. So it is what it is. But we got more frauds to uncover. Sorry I dragged this out, but I just had to, we got to get into the details here. Because y'all attention span be like 5 minutes. So I've realized I have to chop things up and put a little something out there, see if y'all pay attention, see if y'all paying attention, and you know what I mean?